Look, do you know if the things that you're trying to accomplish, if you understand brain science better, you will be more effective at accomplishing them. You will be more effective at accomplishing them. So that's what the conversation I want to have with you. If you understand the way your brain works, then you will be more effective at creating wealth, the wealth that you deserve as a black woman. You will be able to maintain your health mentally and physically, and you will be able to have the relationship that you deserve. So, I am Dr. Kelly. I am a board certified psychiatrist, and I am a physician who sees mostly black women in my office, about 80%. So, this is why I am uniquely qualified to help you as a black woman who carries the weight of the world, who carries a lot on your plate, who sometimes don't have space to create a part for a path for you to live your best life. This is where I'm uniquely qualified. And also, let me mention, I am a graduate of one of the only four black medical schools in the US, Morehouse Medical School. So this is why I'm uniquely qualified to help you, black women, who deserve compassion, who deserve care, who deserve to live your best life. So I am announcing, I'm creating a focus group I will be creating next Thursday, and I am putting my money where my mouth is, meaning that the first 10 people who apply and are qualified, you have to be a black woman between 35 and 65. You have to show you have credible, you that you're a real person on social media, and a few other criteria. You will get $50 for participating. So it'll be less than 45 minutes, about 45 minutes, not more than an hour. And we will get your feedback. So that's what I'm inviting you. It will be to create the ultimate guide to Black women's summer freedom. And I call it summer freedom because it's in celebrating the Juneteenth. As you know, you may know Juneteenth is the date where the last group of slaves learned they were emancipated, they were freed in Texas. So we celebrate in Juneteenth. So I am creating the ultimate guide to Black women's summer freedom. It's a guide that will be used to help you to implement, to know how to implement, how to free yourself from chronic anxiety, chronic feelings of being overwhelmed, chronic being stressed out, chronic insomnia. So will be the guide for you. So I want you to join me, follow me, invite two or three other black women like you, because I know there are things you'd like to accomplish. Guess what? It's easier said than done, but it can be done. You know why? The good news is that we understand brain science enough to help you and to make you, not only to help you, but to make you visualize and manifest your life into reality. That science is known. So this is my mission, to make sure that black women like you can live your best life while you're taking care of the people or the things that give your life meanings. The things that give your life meanings that you cannot live without. But you should not have to sacrifice your health, mentally and physically. You should not have to sacrifice your financial wealth just because you have children, just because you choose to get married, just because you choose to care about people. You should not have to sacrifice your well being because you're caring about people. So this is where I come in. This is where I am uniquely qualified, and I've done it many times in my office to help black women like you to be able to rewire your brain. That's what we call. That's a science. We call it neuroplasticity. It's the ability that you have, and you have been doing it. You have been doing it by keeping the job that you have, by raising children, by maintaining the relationships that you have. We know how to help you do that. So join me, follow me, invite two or three other people. I know there are some of you who need that, who are trying to accomplish things for yourself that has, and you deserve it. Oftentimes in my office, oftentimes I am surprised and I'm picking back. to the women who raised me. A lot of you guys have had to give everything you have to others, and sometimes you are left last. I am saying that it doesn't have to happen. There's a way, there's a scientific way that I can teach you how to learn, and not only learn, how to implement without without you having to think about it, without you having to think about it, how to create, visualize the life that you want to live. And one thing I've been talking to my patients, do you know why sometimes vision board is not as effective? The things that you put on your vision board at the start of the new year, they're not as effective because they're not linked to brain science. Join me, follow me, join my Facebook group, Rewriting Your Future with Dr. Kelly. And together, this is a safe space where you can learn to create the path that you want, that you deserve to live your best life. Because, chronic stress, chronic feeling being overwhelmed, chronic anxiety, chronic insomnia doesn't have to happen. So let me tell you in the short term. Unfortunately, some of you have learned that suffering is a redemptive way. I'm saying that we made that up. You don't have to suffer. Suffering is not inevitable. It's not inevitable if you acquire the brain tools, if you acquire the knowledge, the wisdom, the know-how. Suffering is not inevitable. I know a lot of people, a lot of you have been conditioned. A lot of women, a lot of black women have been conditioned, have been socialized to think the only way you can redeem yourself is to go to suffering unnecessarily. And I'm telling you that it is not necessary. It's not true. They made that up. They made that up so you will not live your best life. They made that up so the people control the rest of us in the world so they can still maintain control over you. And you know why? So the way we learn about the brain, the way to live your best life is to change behaviors and habits. Because most of them are stored unconsciously. We have estimated about 90% of all your behaviors and habits are laid down unconsciously, meaning that the moment they're formed, you have little control over them. Although 90% of your life, your decisions depend on them, depends on them. Okay, so but we know neuroscientifically how to help you get unstuck from chronic anxiety, chronic feeling overwhelmed, chronic people, chronic relationships that are not serving you, and also if you choose to keep relationships that give your life meanings, how to create boundaries, the space for yourself, how to create boundaries within yourself for and them, so you can create the space that you need to breathe, rest, and digest. So again, I am inviting you to this focus group. The first 10 people who apply who are qualified, you will get $50 each. I need you to apply. I need you to follow me, join my Facebook group, and I'm also on TikTok now. And I'm laughing because I I've been joking to people like I finally got on TikTok. It's been a struggle, but I did. So um, so follow me on TikTok. This is a revolution. This is a revolution, a unique in its kind. That you have people like me who understand brain science, who are experts in brain science, who are bringing it to your own living room. And because I've concluded, if black women are thriving, then the rest of us will be thriving. The good news is that we have the brain tools because we have changed the environment and we have not told you, meaning that we have changed the way we live. We have changed the way we live. We have changed the way we do things. Pre-COVID, I always complain. I've been complaining. I saw patients 100% in person. Now it's 70 to 80% virtual. I don't like it, but we have sometimes, in some ways, you have to go along with technology. So we have changed. We have introduced computers. We have introduced social media. We have introduced AI. And guess what? When you're feeling stressed out and feeling overwhelmed, don't blame yourself. It's not that you're not coping well with the environment, with what's going on. It's not linked to your ability, your worth. It's your brain that has evolved over hundreds of thousands of years, trying to keep you safe and protect you when it sees new things. It sees them as physical threat. It's not for you to blame yourself. The way to go about it, and that's what I'll be putting in the new guide, is the main powerful tools we have. One of them is mindfulness. Mindfulness in the form of deep breathing, taking time to smell the roses, like they say. That is a way to transition the brain, your brain, from the fight or flight to rest and digest. And once your brain is relaxed, it can rewire itself. It's easier to rewire your brain, to create the wealth that you deserve and need. It's easier to rewire your brain to maintain your health and also to have the proper relationship with yourself and the other people you care about. Because a stressed out brain, we know now, is rigid. You cannot rewire a stressed out brain. So that's why I want to remind you, join me, follow me, and I'll be putting a link on my platform so you can apply. I'm creating this focus group to eventually create the ultimate guide for Black women summer freedom. It's a guide that will help you to free yourself from whatever you that's holding you back, so you can live your best life, so you can create the wealth, the health, the relationship that you deserve and need to thrive. Okay? So let me know, send me suggestions. I need to hear from you, and I look forward to talking to you, to seeing you on the focus group, so we can continue the conversation. Until then, be kind to yourself. Remember to breathe, rest, and digest 2 to 3 times during the day as you go to the week, so you can not only thrive, but you will not only survive, but you will thrive. With that, I'll see you until next week. Bye.